Alrighty guys, I'm back. So got the soldering iron heating up. Wanted to show you that I got the panels drawn in on both wings. And let me get this servo out of the way, I don't need it dangling around. You'll also notice that I've added an extra black line around here. What that is to route the wire back to the fuselage. So this is the soldering iron I use, and I don't know if you can see it, but there are some blue marks on here. Those blue marks represent how deep the servo is. The wire is bent in the shape of the servo squareness. So when you go in, it should burn away. It's just slightly smaller, so it should burn away the edges, nice and smooth, so that the servo slides right in. We're going to give it a shot. It's not smoking yet. There should be some material on here, and we should get it nice and hot before we go poking in. We want a good smooth cut. I'm just sitting here holding the trigger. I can smell it getting good and hot now. It's like I kind of bent the end a little bit putting it back in. There we go. It's burning off some of the material, so I know it's getting good and hot. Alright, so with it good and hot, we're just going to press straight in and drag across. And lift straight out, just like that. I mean, it is like a hot knife through butter. It don't get any easier than that. You can go in there and you can clean up the edges a little bit. And be forewarned, there is a bit of odor, so you want to make sure you got a fan on or something. Don't want the wife screaming at you, "What's that smell? It smells like ass up in here." So, at least mine does. So, with that cut out, I went through a little bit because there's damage on the top of this wing that I'll fill with spackle, so no big worries there. But you shouldn't go through the wing at all. What I'm doing now is I'm cutting that servo wire line, and you don't have to be as deep on this because, you know, it is a servo wire, so no big deal. A little bit of practice, you'll get better at it. I'm still pretty new at this little technique myself, so I'm a little on the sloppy side, but I like it sloppy. Alright, and see, I could go a little bit deeper. I'm a little raised up. I was worried about going through, but looking at the hole versus what's been burned in, I can definitely go a little deeper and I'd be just fine. It makes a nice little hard shell, by the way, in there. It's a little stringy if you let it get too cold. Alright, let's see how that fits. Yeah, it's almost like hot glue gun, almost. Alright, now that sits flush. Now I'm probably going to need some more throw going. God, I'm sitting here doing this and you guys can't even see it, man. I am sorry. I'll do this other one on camera too so you can see what I'm doing. But I got it sitting flush and the wire just routes right around. Just a little spackle and you're done. I'll probably gut this out so that the servo can move that direction some. Probably won't be too happy in its current location. So let me go ahead and pull that out. Heat this up a little bit more. Alrighty. Now that should have given me little bit of throw distance for the servo arm, and it did. So it's increased that pocket area quite a bit, and you can see everything just kind of falls in place. And once I glue the wings on, I'll run from this and I'll draw me a line as to where I want to route it to the center of the nacelles, because all those wires got to go in there, and I want to have to run it up and over, and I hate running up and over. It takes up so much wire. I want to end up having to use extensions or a super long Y connector or something. But you know, it's a necessary evil to get a plane that performs the way you want it to. So let me go ahead and do this other one. Get this thing back up again, and I'll do this within camera view so that hopefully y'all be able to benefit from this. I'm trying, guys, I'm trying. You know, this plane's been out for a few years now, and it really didn't get a good fair shake. Everybody just kind of said, oh, it doesn't fly well, and I'm willing to bet it's going to fly great. You just gotta give it a little consideration. There are a couple of guys on there that enjoyed it in its stock form, and that's fine, but I think with what we're doing on this, it's going to be a lot better. So let me scoot back here so I'm more in frame. Alright. Now, I might have gotten this pocket a little deep, overcompensating for last time. Another little tip, you know, while you're making these modifications and stuff, if you don't already know this, is to go ahead and take your wing panel, since it has both colors of the plane, and you know, you can do this for any plane, but go ahead and take that wing panel into Lowe's or Home Depot and get them to spectrograph it. Mix you up some custom colored paint, because when you go in and fill this stuff in, if you have mistakes that you had to spackle in, put in different foam, God forbid if you crash, that color match paint really makes a difference. I mean, it's like you never did any work to it. Any imperfection that I've had, I've been able to completely cover up, and it's how I hide all my work, is just really paying attention to the details. I think it's a benefit all the way around. Bam. Believe that is flush, my friends. So plenty of room for it to go in, and we now have an aileron hookup on our plane. Next up, I'm going to put carbon rods in here to put the wing on, and we're going to epoxy that on. You're going to want to remove the paint from here, roughen up this surface a good bit. I'll come back and I'll shoot a little video doing that. Again, my camera batteries are dead, so tonight's video night. Anyway, I'll be back.